Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachakodash. Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders at Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations, as always, to the elect as we go into another episode. All right, tapping into news and prophecy, linking the things that are happening worldwide right before your very eyes to the Holy Scriptures so that the faithful elect of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, all right, can know that these words are faithful and true. All right, as everything that is happening right before our very eyes is a result of biblical prophecy. All right, and right now we see the necessary events being put in place so that the elites can usher in the world that they want, giving them full control, all right, and ultimately Godhead on the planet Earth, all right, as they plan to attain Godhood, all right, through left-hand means, wickedness, witchcraft, enchantments, and everything else that we see, all right, and as the scriptures say, Isaiah 55:10, all right, no matter how many of you Israelites, all right, try to, wiggle out of the reality of what's to come by teaching these false doctrines, it's going to come to pass, okay? Isaiah 55:10, for as the rain cometh down, and the snow from heaven returneth not thither, but wandereth the earth, watereth the earth, and maketh it bring forth, all right, and bud, that it may give seed to the sower and bread to the eater, all right? And this is ultimately how the Holy Spirit works, all right? It comes down from heaven, all right, as in the form of water, okay? And ultimately, it waters the earth, the believers, all right? And fruits, all right? As the scriptures talks about the fruits of the Spirit, all right? Bring forth fruit, right? And it maketh it bring forth bud, that it may give seed to the sower and bread to the eater. So shall my word that goeth forth out of my mouth, all right, not return unto me void, all right, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereunto I sent it. And these prophecies that are written in the volume of the book, as Habakkuk told us, at the end they would speak, all right. Now, we've been warning you about this digital system that they're boasting in. We've been warning you, all right, that ultimately they're collapsing this system, about to bring in a new digital system. And again, the necessary things that are needed to bring that in are right before us, okay, as we've showed you videos, okay, where they're boasting and talking about, okay, this new, all right, particular demic, all right, which will give them the go-ahead to shut things down again. As you can see here, Trudeau warns Canadians, okay, to prepare for new, all right, this far worse than that, okay? And there's many things happening, but if you didn't know, I did a quick video on it yesterday. Let's see if I can find it, if they talk about it here. Yeah, the mpox, okay? And this is not medical information, all right? We're just pretty much going in the news, and we have an opinion about it, all right? These people have declared, all right, mpox a public health emergency as newer strain spreads Africa. And now they're talking about it's in certain parts of other, all right, countries. So this could very well be that all right, ease X that they spoke about and we warned you about. All right, we've been going into these things. This is why it's important to tap into what matters. Okay, even these particular back and forths, at the end of the day, the very prophecies that Yahweh Bashem Yahshua spoke through his prophets are coming to pass, and very soon there won't be any back and forth. All right, very soon it'll be about if you're right with Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. All right, now reporting this situation here, all right, as this is another event that can give them means to shut things down and change life as you know it, because life as you know it will change, all right, in the near future. Okay, life as you know it, as you knew it, will change. Okay, and as we can see here, hackers may have stolen, all right, and they're saying may have, all right, but ultimately just putting a scare out there, all right, as this system is fallible, all right, and it was made to be fallible, all right, it was made to be full of errors, it was made, all right, to be able to have hackers and people do this and do that, so that eventually, okay, they can bring about, all right, problems, all right, they get reaction from the people, and then they offer a solution. Well, right here, hackers may have stolen the social security numbers of every American, and every so often you're getting emails and text. You have scam calls every other day, numbers popping up. You answer, and it's somebody breathing or a weirdo. This is a weird system, and this is all being done on purpose to bring about, all right, fear, panic. Okay. And as you can see here, hackers may have stolen the social security numbers of every American. God damn. Here's how to protect yourself. All right. So you're going to start seeing, money missing from your accounts. All right. And this happens every day in America, but these things are going to uptick. And this is why we need Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shai. Before we get into this video here, that it goes into it, understand that these are snares. Okay, this is the book of Psalms 141 and 9. Keep me from the snares which they have laid for me and the gins of the workers of iniquity. So these are snares. This whole system itself was a snare, all right, to lead you into the system that they want. Okay, paper money, all right, credit card, all of these things were a snare. Okay, the social security system, a snare, right, laid by the workers of iniquity, a trap. Okay, Psalms 119 and 10, the wicked have laid a snare for me, yet I erred not from thy precepts. See, you can't err from the precepts, all right, because that's where you get the understanding. That's what a puzzle is put together to give you the full meal needed, as the Lord has prepared a table for us in the sight of our enemies that won't be destroyed. The scriptures say, hurt not the oil and the wine while all of these things are happening. You see, Psalms 140 and 5, the proud have hid a snare for me, and cords have they spread, all right, a net by the wayside. They have set gins for me, Selah, okay? So they're privily laying snares, openly laying snares. Now, as we see, they're openly boasting in their gods. They're openly boasting, all right, doing rituals in front of the whole world, in the form of that Olympic situation, which we may tap into that. But I'm going to get into a few articles and some news tapping into the MOTB, all right, because we're going to constantly bring that out, okay? So as you see here, this is from Steve Ram. Protect yourself. Every American's SSN was just hacked. So we're just going to listen to a little bit of this, all right? And the best way to protect yourself, though if some money goes missing out of your account, you do the necessary steps according to this system to say, I didn't buy this, buy that. But the best way to protect yourself is by you Israelites, by rooting yourself in the words of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, by taking heed to what his prophets are saying.
Protect yourself, as we're hearing that every American citizen of the United States has just been hacked. Every American social security number, your address, your phone number, personal information has likely been hacked, stolen, and now sold on the dark web. Now, I'm going to be sharing with you the latest details on this, what they are saying has unfolded, what you need to do if you do not have some sort of form of identity protection, fraud in place. We're going to cover all the details for you. These articles are linked in the description below. And yes, I noticed it myself. I do have identity protection for me and my family. I got notifications today that my daughter's information was compromised. It was found, sold on the dark web. My son's, then later on I found out myself and my wife's as well. And then this coming out today that this actually has happened to every person in the United States of America. Literally, not just the United States, but entire nations. And I'm going to be sharing with you how this has unfolded, as they are saying, chances are your information has been compromised. Almost positive, the vast majority, if not every single person in the United States your information, your social security, your address, your personal information, it has been compromised in probably the largest hack we have ever seen. Now, do me a
Coming off of, outages. All right. Talks of new diseases. Okay. Eclipses. All right. All manner of things are happening, man. Okay. The food's plagued. You mean to tell me these things ain't being systematically done? Now, what could they do with this? All right, let's just say all kind of people's information is compromised, all kind of accounts are hacked. All right, people aren't able to pay their rent. You got people being put out. All right, of their places. You got all manner of things happening. All right, from the Social Security numbers being compromised. That could give them the go ahead to say, okay, we need to bring peace and safety. And that's ultimately what they're setting themselves up to be, okay, is ultimately saviors. All right. When you get the book of Revelation, the 13th chapter and the 11th verse, okay, because all of these things are happening ironically before an election, right? And who's to say, they won't suspend that. But either way it goes, Revelation 13 and 11, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. The two horns like a lamb, the beast coming up out of the earth is the revival of Rome in the form of Babylon the Great. Okay? And he had two horns like a lamb. The two horns represent his bipartisan system, his democratic and republican system. Okay? That gives you a false sense of freedom, a false sense of hope. Okay, and it's able to, turn people against one another, create civil unrest. Okay, and through catastrophic events, these people are put before you to promise you restoration and in a form of salvation. So when you look up this word, two horns, like a lamb, because a lamb is known to be meek, humble, and that's how they come. All right, they get on these podiums with these suits and they tell you this, they tell you that. All right, they visit the black colleges. Okay, they come before Jake, they go before the people, and they play this role as meek and humble. And then what follows? War, okay, bloodshed, okay, you being on the short end of the stick, okay, and waiting for another tax return, okay? That's basically the life you live, all right, if you get a tax return, all right, because of debt, all right, and messing with Warika. All right, I had a chick named Warika, all right, who did taxes, man. And man, she was getting us back so much money. We was like, something got to be wrong. And believe you me, we paid for that shit, man. And she was nowhere to be found. Couldn't find her. Nigga disappeared. Probably, all right, in an underground bunker eating pink popcorn. All right, and bonbons, laughing, living it up. All right, all kind of scams and wicked situations that you find yourself here in America. But through all of this hell, through all of these mishaps, okay, these two horns like a lamb. Now the word horn, and I'm gonna just jump to the point. Goodness gracious, I didn't mean to do that. That's what you get for mentioning Warika. Goodness gracious. All right. Two horns like a lamb. Okay. G, all right, 2768. So two horns like a lamb. Remember that pink popcorn? All right. Kiras. All right. A mighty and valiant helper, the author of deliverance. All right, of the Messiah. Okay, so Esau Edom, through many means, is setting himself up to be a Messiah. All right, when you look at the brain chip Elon Musk is talking about, what is it rooted in? All right, saving you from messed up conditions, saving you from being blind, saving you from not being able to walk, saving you from not being able to use limbs through his left hand means. All right, and transforming you into a God through his left hand means. Okay, so they're promising you, All right, salvation on the left-hand side. You see? So he's setting up these crazy events clearly, all right, to where the people are going to be in disarray so he can put himself in position to be a savior. It's happening in every sect of society. Okay? That's where that universal basic income is going to come into play. Once all of these jobs and all of these businesses get shut down and people need some form of income, he's going to say, well, we have a universal basic income. All right. And this is what you're going to get monthly. Okay. And then he can set up a system to, well, okay, well, you have to enter into the digital grid to get, all right, your income. Okay. You have to do this to get your income. You have to meet these qualifications to get the income. Okay. And then as he gets closer and closer to what he wants, all right, there will only be a particular way you can buy and sell in the world. You see? But this here is another snare within the grand scheme of things of what they want. Again, order ab chaos. See, when you read this in Revelation 13, he had two horns like a lamb, okay, and spake as a dragon, man. So he uses this bipartisan system, all right, to mind F you, okay, and to keep you are all messed up in the head, which a lot of people are waking up to. This is why it's getting ready to be a lot of riots. All right, but what's going to follow is draconian measures, draconian laws, which if you look in Britain, okay, in the UK, in certain parts of the UK, there's draconian measures being put in place to where people are being ultimately, thrown in jail, okay, for online social media posts. Okay. Britain considers tougher internet safety laws after riots. See, this is getting them, the chaos is getting them further and further to the order they want. Okay. Prime Minister, all right, Keir Starmer's Labour government is considering ways to toughen up security safety, all right, on the internet. In the UK, after misinformation sparked a spate of anti-immigration protests, all right, because all of those immigrants are being allowed over there. All right. Same thing is happening over here. Eventually, people are going to be in the streets because these immigrants are coming over into these particular places where people are already catching hell. All right. And they're getting, food stamps. They're getting housing. They're getting put in hotels. All right. Meanwhile, in certain parts of the world, they're kicking the homeless off the streets. Now, where they going to go? Which really, if you had a fair system based upon true justice, you wouldn't have these issues. You see? All right. But, they're ultimately trying to toughen up on internet safety. See? Because basically people are going online posting things and egging people on to go and fight and basically they got bad things to say about the governors and the rulers. So what they doing is showing up at people's house and they're arresting them, tracking them down based on what they say on the internet. And they're warning you Americans that this is going to come to you. All right. And then we're going to see who's real about this truth. Then, as the persecution comes, it's going to be made manifest who's the real chosen. Okay? It says, sparked in spate of anti-immigration protests, and ex-owner Elon Musk made, all right, incendiary comments and posts that were viewed by millions of people. Okay? Let's see here. Two industry sources with knowledge of the matter told NBC that following the events of the past 2 weeks, Labor is considering a review of Online Safety Act. All right, the Online Safety Act, legislation that requires tech giants to prevent the spread of illegal and harmful content on their platforms. Okay, legislation that requires tech giants to prevent the spread of illegal or harmful content on their platforms. So again, you have the problem. All right, the uproars, which at these uproars, believe you me, there are agent provocateurs. You have people who are sincerely angry and ready to rebel, but a lot of times it's headed off by agent provocateurs. All right. And who knows, these people who went online could have been agent provocateurs. Now, this can be the standard of how we move forward. Okay. In this system, we must bring peace and safety. See, this is centered around safety regulations. See that? On the internet. Okay. And they're moving closer and closer to bringing that famine of the word. Okay. Let's see here. These are obviously online aspects of online safety that have not come into effect. We stand ready to make changes if necessary. So, and what do you think as things rev up, as they continue to get crazier and crazier? Okay, you can read that article you want. Pretty soon, peace and safety is going to come in the form of a new system where everybody needs to be identified. If you want to buy, if you want to sell, if you want to get on the internet, you need to be identified. We need to know what you believe. We need to know who you are. And they're going to institute that social credit score. Okay, just like in China. Okay, you're not in China cursing out the government. Okay, you're not in China online, all right, giving your opinion, all right, on laws that are being passed. If you do that, 5 seconds later, boom, all right, for every one person, there's about, all right, 12 cameras on your ass. All right, total, all right, as they say, totalitarianism, all right, system, man. Okay, and it's only going to get worse. And your boy Schwab, all right, Klaus Schwab, he said the China is a model for the world we want. Okay. 1 Thessalonians 5:3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. So again, when they shall say peace and safety, the Lord is going to bring sudden destruction, because you Edomites ain't going to get away with all that you've done. Right? Psalms 10:11. He that he have said in his heart, God hath forgotten. He hideth his face, he will never see it. He thinks he's really fit to just wiggle into the New World Order. Arise, O Yahweh, all right, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, all right. Lift up thine hand. Who's his hand? Yahweh Shai. Forget not the humble. All right. Wherefore doth the wicked contemn the Most High? He have said in his heart, thou will not require it. So in his mind, all right, he's getting ready to win. In his mind, his enchantments, as it says in Isaiah the 47th chapter, are going to keep him, all right, from receiving the judgment that we're going on the highways and the byways proclaiming. Okay, so here we go. All right, you know, we're in some very interesting times. Okay, which this is why the elites, okay, are buying those bunkers, because something's getting ready to happen. All right, as you can see here, billionaires building luxury bunkers. Okay, billionaires are building luxury bunkers to escape doomsday. Okay, these are all things that are being talked about and said because we are in those times. Again, none of these words that are written, okay, in the Holy Scriptures, all right, will fall on, you know, as the Scriptures say, fall on dead. It's going to be seen. It's going to be heard, okay, right before your very eyes. Now, when you get Revelation 6, when the destruction comes, these elites, including the elites of Russia, elites of Iran, and elites of all these heathen, they're gonna scurry into the bunkers. Revelation 6:14. And heaven departed as a scroll, destruction, when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their place. And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every free man, hid themselves in the dens of the rocks of the mountains, and said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us, and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, because Yahweh Shai is going to come during that destruction. Right there, we're going to be scarcely saved. So the Lord is allowing them, All right. He's allowed them the monetary means. He's allowed them the time. He's allowed them the power to have these bunkers built. Okay. As you can see here, why are so many billionaires building bunkers? See, it's become a trend. Why? Because prophecy has to be fulfilled, man. Call halal Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Okay? Because these elites, they built them because they know it's getting ready to be hell on earth. And see, they plan on being the phoenix that rises out of the ashes, all right, after the destruction comes. What the hell? Let's see. God damn. Hell no. Okay. Inside the Doomsday Homes built by the super rich. And look at this super rich. Look how they living. And this is small level. Look how they living. But under there, okay, they got a whole nother world. Latest property must have for billionaires. So that now with the homes they're buying, they're having they got to have bunkers in them. Okay? And as the scriptures say, he's not going to escape with his spoils. Let's get that real quick. Escape spoils. I believe that's how it's worded. I believe it's in the, is it in the Apocrypha? Let's see. Yep. Sirach 16:13. The sinner shall not escape with his spoils, and the patience of the godly shall not frustrate. So us being patient, waiting, all right, for these promises to come to pass and sticking, all right, to righteousness, departing from this world, right? There's going to be a reward for that. But the sinner, you're not going to escape with your spoils. And this is what they plan on doing. Okay? So everything is coming to pass, man. Now, let's tap into the MOTB, which this is a video off of Tucker Carlson's page, right? Which the Elder Ariala did a video on this that you should watch. All right. Remnant Save 144 Ba. All right. Response: Bible Belt so-called Christians will rebel against the MOTB. All right. And it's very interesting that now Christians are all into the NWO and the MOTB. Okay. Christians are all in to try to get into the breakdowns of the scriptures. And as he said in this video, you could tell that they're watching our videos, but they don't have the spirit. The spirit has to be dealing with you. Okay? As he brought out this precept, I believe it's in Wisdom of Solomon. Let's see. Wisdom of Solomon 9. All right, and let's see here. 13, it says, what human will ever know the Most High's counsel? Who can understand what the Most High wishes? Mortals have only a weak capacity of reasoning, and our intentions are uncertain. This is why we needed the spirit to dwell in our earthen vessels. See? The body that is headed for destruction weighs down the soul. Our earthly container burdens our minds with cares and concerns. At best, we barely draw, all right, correct inferences concerning things we find on earth. Only after much thought and work do we come to understand what is right in front of us. All right. Experiments, study. All right. Who among us is then able to examine heavenly things? See? Who's ever known your counsel unless you gave wisdom and sent down your Holy Spirit from on high? Only then did your ways become clear to us on earth. Only when then were humans able to learn what pleases you and were rescued by wisdom. See, the Holy Spirit got to be dealing with you. And what you're going to see here is that these Edomites, which some could be Jake, but a lot of Edomites too, they see their system crumbling, right? And pretty much they're listening to the prophets and they're taking particular points and they're trying to break it down, and they ain't got it. They're trying to exclude Esau, Edom from the problem here, which just like in Egypt, all right, as it says, the ruler, all right, and the low level person of Egypt were judged. All right, not just the elites. So the whole nation of Edom, all right, is getting ready to be taken down. See, and it starts with the destruction of Babylon the Great. And you Edomites here in America, as you see the title of the elders video, Bible Belt, so-called Bible believing Christians, all right, will rebel against the MOTB in this system. So let's listen to this. John Rich, Donald Trump, The Darkness, from Eminem's new album, and the song Inspired by God. So he got a song, this is a country singer, called the MOTB, basically. You know what that stands for.
Looks like. Now, I did the best job I could trying to depict that. But when you see those scenes, I think that's one reason why this song is doing what it's doing, because to my knowledge, nobody's ever even approached this subject in the world of music or video.
So here it is. Esau Edom, does a song called the Mark of the Beast. And all of a sudden, it's this great, Jake been singing about the Mark of the Beast. Look up Willie Hutch, Mark of the Beast. As a matter of fact, let's see if we can look that up. Okay. He had an album called The Mark of the Beast. Right? You see that? The 3-6 Mafia sampled this. And that song, I get ha, 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 this is what they sampled. And when you listen to that slowly, they're saying Lucifer, it's all kind of, and they were used, the 3-6 Mafia, all right, they were used as a means to mix Satanism into music. All right, and they did it over some very unique beats that use particular drum patterns that do particular things to the brain, and melodies that draw you in. But what it did was create, all right, amongst other wicked music that they set up, it created a monster. All right. Because Jake really got under that trance and went out there and did the works of Satan. But you ain't the first to do a song about the Mark of the Beast. Okay? Jake been mentioning the Mark of the Beast in their music. All right? We're just living in a time where it's easy to say, okay, well, this is the mark. And that's what you Christians are trying to capitalize off of. You Christians who are so-called truthers. You're trying to capitalize. But it's good. The Lord got y'all in that spirit, because y'all are going to be the ones that really rebel. The ones of you who really believed in America and its Christian, Edomite Christian stance. And, you have, all right, Edomites who really wholeheartedly believe in that. This was their inheritance, and and they're gonna fight for it. Hey, it's in the scriptures. All right, 2nd Esdras 15 and 16. This is in the GNT. I start at 14. It says, "The world and the people are in it are doomed." The war that will bring their destruction is very near. Nations will arm themselves and fight against other nations. Ain't we seeing that? There will be great political turmoil with one group trying to overpower another and gain control while ignoring the legitimate government. That's going to be guys like, that dude Call for an Uprising or Wake Up Call, him. See? And Jake, a lot of these Jakes go try to join and fight with him. And some of them go be putting y'all to death. So you ain't the first. All right, we'll rewind it. You ain't the first to come up with no song called the Mark of the Beast, homie. You just capitalizing off of the times. Because Christians weren't really into the Bible when we first came into the truth in 2007. Christians were chilling, and because that was the last bit of the cool America. So Christians were still, now Christians are all into the scriptures. They got this serious look in their eyes.
Looks like. And I did the best job I could trying to depict that. But when you see those scenes, I think that's one reason why this song is doing what it's doing, because to my knowledge, nobody's ever even approached this subject in the world of music or video.
Amazing. So why is Revelation so hard for people to grasp, to read, to understand?
Because it's written in a parabolic form. See? It's written in parables. It goes in and out of history. Again, the Spirit has to be dealing with you to go in and tap into these prophecies, man. All right? And there's only one Israelite group, along with those who teach the likewise doctrine, man, who are really tapping into the MOTB like that. Even the people who say they believe in it, they mention it here and there, but it's not really something that they, constantly put before you. Now these people are starting to see it. What's up with you Israelites who can't see it? Hey, y'all gonna see. And don't bring your stinking ass around me when you find out your leader's a charlatan.
So for thousands of years, the prophecies in Revelation and Daniel and other places seemed like such science fiction.
Which, if you wholeheartedly repent and the Lord has it ordained for, it'll be the Lord's will. But the majority of you, man, you were set up to be destroyed.
Thousands of years, the prophecies in Revelation and Daniel and other places seemed like such science fiction to people. They just couldn't understand how these things are even possible, including my own dad, who's been preaching since he was about 19. He's in his early 70s now. And he said, yeah, John, just never could understand how some of these things were possible. For instance, the mark of the beast. How is it possible, we would all say, that you could track every human being in the world and know where they are and how they get their money and where they spend their money? I mean, that's just impossible.
Right. And through the blessing that they have, right? What does it say in the book of his mindset is, I'm going to be like the Most High, right? Which the Most High has the power, is the one who knows, all right, what you're thinking, all right, knows you by your spirit. Esau wants that ability through left-hand means, okay? Sirach 42:18, he seeketh out the deep in the mind, and considereth their crafty devices. The Lord knoweth all that may be known. Esau wants that power, and he beholdeth the signs of the world. See? And they're trying to dictate. They're trying to use CERN to figure, which they can't do it. He declared the things that are past and asked for to come, and revealeth the steps of hidden things. No thought escapeth him, neither any works is hidden from him. And the powers that be, like it says here in Isaiah 14:14, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. And this is speaking to the elites of this world, right? They really want to be like the Most High. They want that power, and the Lord has given them, just enough monetary means, just enough influence, just enough wealth, just enough, labs and, universities that they can use and go and, test all of this stuff out and be wicked. And in their mind, they figured out a plan where they're going to hijack the Heavenly Father's creation, all right, and bring everything up other than subjugation of a one world government where he's got via his technology, artificial intelligence. And John the Revelator saw and warned us of these things, all right, in the book of Revelation, the 15th chapter. This is the very last move before this beast system is destroyed, all right? This is the very last move that they're going to make. This is why John the Revelator is giving us a breakdown of this beast system, which we have videos on Revelation, the 13th chapter. If you need them, you can go to my page and just search Revelation 13, or you can just go to YouTube and type in GMS Revelation 13. All right, Great Millstone Revelation 13. It should come up, which is becoming harder and harder to find videos. Okay. So again, and when John broke this down, he let you know, all right, wisdom is going to be needed. See, wisdom is going to be needed. Here is wisdom. All right, let he that hath understanding count the number of the beast. And for it is the number of a man, the man of sin. All right, the seed of Satan in the planet Earth. And they're going to set up a system where they're going to bring about, all right, all rule through technology. All right. So, yeah, how, looking at, back in the day when technology wasn't really a thing, it was probably hard to believe that this could happen. But again, in Revelation 13, it told you that he would have miracles. The Lord would give him power to do miracles. See? And ultimately now particular things are possible.
And here we sit going, oh no, they're tracking us right now. They know exactly where we spend our money and where we get our money. Because it says,
and when you deal with the MOTB real quick, one of the words for one of the definitions of Mark, okay, for the Greek word charagma or charagma. Give me 1 second here. One of the definitions dealing with the charagma, and this is not medical information, right, is, let's see here. Now the internet is acting crazy. All right, as you see, charagma. Okay, one of the definitions, all right, is a mark branded on horses. Now, why are horses branded? Somebody put it on the comment board. Why are horses branded? What is the purpose of branding horses? As a matter of fact, let's see if we can look it up. I don't feel like, let's see. But if you want, you can put it on the comment board, but we'll see if we can pull it up here. If we get another tax return, I'm going to get a computer, man, Why? Not news. Why are billionaires building bunkers? Amid the protests themselves from potential threats of civil unrest, cyber attacks, nuclear bombing, and power grid failure. All right, this is why the elites are building bunkers. Anyway, purpose of branding. Horses. See what comes up. What is John telling us? Okay. Boom. Horses are branded for a variety of reasons, including identification. Okay. Brands can completely identify a horse, making it easier for ranchers and riders to know where the horse came from, its percentage, its age, and its information can be useful if the horse is lost, stolen, or sold. So this system is now, all right, being done with humans. And it's a physical mark. You see what I'm saying? And he's talking about tracking, right? Which is one aspect of the MOTB. It has many aspects, but buying and selling is really going to, all right, that's what's going to get people to really say, I got to take this because I can't buy and sell without it. I'm out of there. So that's going to put people in a pickle.
You won't be able to buy or sell unless you have the mark of the beast. You could replace the word beast with system.
Revelation said.
No. Yeah, you can replace the word beast with system. All right. But pursuant to Daniel, the 7th chapter, okay, this beast in particular is the revival of Rome. See, this is where these Christians need to stop. Okay. But yeah, it is a system. It is a government. It is a power. All right. But prophetically, all right, as Esau is the end of the world, that power will be ran by Edomites pursuant to the Holy Scriptures. Okay? This is why we don't deal with pseudoscience. This is why we don't deal with these political terms, so they're able to control the narrative. All right? Let's go.
Says that.
Oh, yeah. Without the mark.
You won't be able to buy or sell
unless you bear the mark of the beast. And when you go back and look that up in the Hebrew, it's talking about the global power that's in place at that point, the system that is in place.
And how do you identify that? Where do you go to, expound on that system? All right, you go into the prophecies. You go into Daniel, all right, and key books, or the book of Daniel, the 7th chapter, and the book of Revelation, the 13th chapter, all right, Jeremiah, all right, and the scriptures say line upon line, precept upon precept, all right, and what you come up with is that, the final kingdom, all right, of the heathen before the kingdom of heaven would set up would be ruled by the Edomites. It will be an extension of the 4th beast, which we'll get into Daniel. All right. The 7th chapter. We'll go back into those breakdowns, Revelation 13, so that you can see that we're living in that very system. See, but we're able to identify that as being ran by Edomites. They can't do it. And John the Revelator did see at the end of that system what they would be boasting in and what type of environment it would be, all right, dealing with how you would buy and sell. And we see all things going this way.
Traditionally, think tanks.
Hell no. Let's see if we can get back.
And if you want to support it, go to heritage.org/Tucker. What is the beast?
The beast is going to be whatever entity, a group of nations it speaks of.
Yep. The beast is a group of nations, all right, and they're Edomite dominated, all right, rulerships, countries, all right, and the main hub of the operation is here in America, Babylon the Great. Okay, the beast rides the whore. Okay, the whore aids, the beast, all right, these EU nations, NATO, it supports America. It gives America more, ability to trade and have control of the narrative, resources, be able to trade in their dollars, be able to, have control of certain resources. You see, in this beast system, okay, they and it's described as a scarlet colored beast, which is a derivative of red, and the dragon is called the red dragon. See, we know what that means pursuant to the Holy Scriptures. They don't know how to tie these things together. Okay?
That will set into motion. We always talk about globalists and the globalist agenda and all these things. It will be a globalized stranglehold on the human population, that they will know where you spend your money, where you get your money. Reminds me of central bank digital currency. If something like that happens.
So I'm embarrassed. This is being recorded. I probably shouldn't admit this. I've read Revelation, actually.
Sure.
I tried to understand it last year. I didn't realize it said, how did I miss that? It says you can't buy or sell without the mark of the beast.
Without the mark, yes. That's
The Apostle John, on some Greek island 2,000 years ago said that.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And so So prior to technology showing up where it's at now in 2024, these things were impossible. Couldn't you? I mean, how's that going to happen?
That's a pretty specific call, though, too.
Very specific. Yeah. So now all the things.
But here it is. They're able to see it. They're able to acknowledge it. But you have Israelites fighting tooth and nail for you Israelites not to lean on that understanding. They do everything in their power to separate the system that we see being put in place from what the MOTB actually is. Come on, man.
That need to exist physically are all here now, so that the prophecies that have been laid out could now physically manifest. Now, I don't know if that's going to be today or 100 years from now or 1,000 years from now. I don't know the answer to that, but I do know this is a new era. So when you read
we believe that this is it. We don't got another 1,000 years, because once the MOTB is instituted, that's a mark of the end of his, that's going to spiral things out of control. Because the thing is, if he's able to complete this plan, all right, he really can become the God of the earth. So he has to be stopped. All right. And he will be stopped. But it has to be a divine intervention to stop him. We can't stop him by saying we go come together and, get bats and guns. OK, we couldn't win that fight. This has to be something spiritual that overcomes this man. And under the blood of Yahweh Shai and the word that we have, OK, we have more than enough to get the victory. See, well, we just have to trust. OK, but again, they don't have any sure foundation. Wisdom and knowledge ain't going to be the stability of that time. But the Lord is going to give them a spirit to fight, to stand up, to rebel against this system, as he's doing a song. All right. He has a video where in the video is, end time scenes. And, we're in that time. and these are going to be the type of Edomites that rebel. OK, their own tongue is falling on themselves, man. Let's get that in the book of Psalms, I believe. Psalm 64. This is what we're seeing, man. Their own tongues is falling on themselves. All right. Many channels are now openly acknowledging, well, this particular thing that's happening in the earth, all right, is very, very similar to what John the Revelator wrote. Whoa, the Bible might be real. Wait a minute. How was he so spot on about this prophecy? See, these are the talking points that are now starting to come into the world, man. Psalm 64. I mean, this whole chapter is so good not to read. It's so hard not to read the whole thing. All right, but we'll start at 2. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. See? And that's the rulers of this world. And at the head of the ruler, the head of the heathen is Esau, Edom. All right. And amongst the nation of Esau, Edom, you have the Amalekites, which are the small hats, the people who proclaim that they are the chosen people, the you wish people. You wish that you could get the birthright back, but you're not. See? And all of this is geared towards him forging, all right, a victory into the earth, forging his own birthright and eternal kingdom by left-hand means. See? So we need to be hid from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. Okay? Verse 5, they encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune in laying snares privily. See? This whole system is a snare. Who shall see them? See, they say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Then they're now studying the brain. They want control of spirits. They're on a whole nother level with it. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. They're very diligent on the left hand. They're very diligent in their enterprise, what they're trying to get done, and they're destroying everything in path to get it done, including experimenting on the Lord's creation, humans, people, animals, bugs, Everything is catching hell under this man's rulership. See? But the Most High shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. So shall they make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. See? And people is now starting to wake up to what these elites are all about. And people are fleeing from them. They're being called out. They're becoming small among the heathen. All right. Headed by Babylon the Great and those small hats. Even their own kind is hating them. And now their own tongues are falling on themselves. The Lord has the nation of Edom divided. Okay?
Revelation, you read Daniel and you read these other prophecies, it now doesn't sound like science fiction anymore.
And they don't know the breakdown of the prophecies, but they're watching our breakdowns. You see?
Because we see it every single day.
That is absolutely crazy.
Is that a light bulb going off or what?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I also don't quite know how I read the whole thing and didn't catch that.
Well, it's
because the spirit ain't with you.
Because that is one of the central questions. I mean, that's like top 3 question of our.
You weren't born into the earth to be a prophet. You were born into the earth to be an Edomite who is used to kind of like rebel against the system, so to speak. Okay.
Our current moment is, will we allow
although you're controlled opposition too, which the apostles talked to this guy before.
Technology to take our autonomy away and, for example, control what we buy or sell. I mean, right?
Well, I mean, with the advent, we've got AI now in the mix.
Yeah.
We've got all these things that, I mean, we already know they track us. We already know they know where we spend our money. We already know all those things. I wanted to talk about, spiritual warfare. We just saw President Trump almost murdered on stage. And everybody I've heard talk about it, even his detractors, say that was an act of God, that he did not die.
Yes, it was.
It was all.
So they still believe in this system, so they out of there. All right, and if it was one of us, which we ain't gonna be on no goddamn Tucker Carlson interview, but let's say we happen to be in that situation, we're gonna go into those scriptures. We're gonna say, "Get now." Can we? We talk about the Bible. Let's go into Daniel the 7th chapter. Let's go into the Bible live. Let's do it. so millions of people can see it, right? Anyway, a few other things dealing with the MOTB. All right. MOTB alert. Neurosurgeon has implant in his hand.
Complete other side
Saints of Jersey too. So as you can see here, right?
of it, you have
These podcasts now. This is becoming the new wave. Check this out.
an RFID chip implanted in you.
Yeah.
So I hear. Nice. So this is
little subtle thing.
It's a passive device that you use for unlocking like a safe with top secrets, or what do you use it for? What's the story behind it?
I'm not the first one. There's there's this whole community of weirdo biohackers that have done this stuff, and I think one of the early use cases was storing, private crypto wallet keys and whatever. I dabbled in that a bit and had some fun.
Crypto wallet. Okay. New European juice card, sauce card, right? Used to control bank access. See? New, all right. EU, the beast, all right, part of the beast. All right, juice card used to control bank access. All right. So they're able to tie all of these things in one, man. And this is going to be all right. This is going to be the new way to live. This is going to be how you buy. This is going to be how you sell. This is going to be how you maneuver, all right, through this system, which is going to lead, okay, to the we know what. Okay, so if you want to be identified in the system, we have to have proof of your juice. All right, okay, well, you don't have juice. Well, you denied access to these particular places. You could be jailed. All right, then we take that system and tie it to your bank account, your access to money, your access to use money. All right, your access to buy and sell. This is what John saw. Okay, this is what he saw. All right. Let's see here. You receive a digital ID in which all of your juice records get stored. So they plan on juicing you. Okay. It says all of your personal information is stored in one space. It's possible to easily move from country to country without redoing or reapplying. So essentially, it's all about digital identification. All right, no more lines. We can just freely walk. Okay. Then a link from your personal ID to your health records on juice. It says, let's see here. So here we're this is the system, man. This is where we are. Okay, and these things will be rumors for a while, and they'll just be talked about, but we're living in the times where they're having to hurry up and do the things necessary to get it started, okay? Now you can stash your Bitcoin under your skin. Okay? Seattle-based VivoKey Technologies offers subdermal crypto wallet for safe, all right, cryptocurrency transactions using NFC and RFID technology. Huh. So this is going to go under your skin. Let's see here. The wallets are a hallmark of cryptocurrency space and have been a vital and often frustrating part of the ecosystem from the beginning. They come in all shapes and sizes, from the desktop computers, appliances, and browsers and plug, yada, yada, yada. The pill-sized Apex wallet just happens to be secure under your skin. All right? And your phone app will be your interface. So you don't think they're taking it there? Okay, the solution is a form of biohacking. All right? The solution is a form of biohacking. Okay? Your body being hacked. And this is not medical information. All right? Consult your doctor. All right? A realm where you'll find experiments to extend life or using a computer brain interface. All right, technology to operate computers. Many biohackers, from researchers to tech enthusiasts, are using subdermal computer chip implants, yada, 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 used to store Bitcoin, open a door, or pay for a cup of coffee. So, I mean, if you don't think that this has anything to do with what the scriptures was talking about, all right, then you're just not in tune. The spirit just not with you.
Fun with it.
You have some Bitcoin implanted in your body somewhere, you can't tell where. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, yeah. It was, the modern day equivalent of finding change in the sofa cushions. After I put some orphan crypto on there that I thought was worthless and forgot about it for a few years, went back and found that some community of people loved it and had propped up the value of it, and so it had gone up 50-fold. So there was a lot of change in those cushions.
That's hilarious.
But the primary use case is mostly as a tech demonstrator. It has my business card on it. You can scan that in by touching it to your phone. But the primary use case is mostly as a tech demonstrator. It has my business card on it. You can scan that in by touching it to your phone. It opens the front door to my house.
Yeah, Yep.
Yes, I have an RFID chip in my hand.
GMS South Carolina '08, the pride of life in the MOTB.
That's used as a key to unlock basically everything in our house. Obviously, I just use my hand to get into the house. This is the main area which we live in. As you can see, the door's locked because it's red. Scan it. Hey, Chip Pup. We've got these doors and functions all around the house. This one's for our bedroom. And before you say, no, you don't. I got nothing up my sleeve, guys. Like, it's my hand. And during quarantine, Mike and I made these prototypes where we chip lock our furniture.
And the pride of life, as he has the title in the MOTB, will, if you have the pride and you're a person of this world, you're going to line up. The people who are driving with the MASKs on, okay, in the car with that on, and they never look left, they don't look right, they just look straight forward with that goddamn mask on, man. Well, those going to be the first people in line for the charagma, man.
This is definitely a prototype because it's not perfect. But I can unlock my nightstand. I can lock my office. We've got these all around the house. And even my desk. Look at it. Why would you chippy your whole house? Because it's a proof of concept. We're a really techy and innovative family.
All right, shalom.
You check that out. So we here.
Aim of the heaven.
GMS Hawaii Watchman 144 hopeful elect. The MOTB is coming to a city near you. Prophecy is speaking loud and clear.
The most cutting-edge thing about Hannes Querblad isn't the phone in his hand, it's the microchip actually in his hand. The tiny implant is the latest advance in a biohacking technology that is steadily becoming a part of normal life in Sweden.
We have created a
Sweden's a part of the beast system.
new implant, which is not a chip, it's a full device where you can add different lights, different vibration, different functions. Sweden is a very tech-literate society. And I think this is the main explanation, really, why a lot of Swedes are adopting chip implants.
Swedes haven't been shy about upgrading themselves with the new version.
Upgrading themselves. See? And that's what those rituals at that damn Olympics was all about. They're telling you they're getting ready to upgrade on the left-hand side, man. Do away with all of these boundaries set by this God. Okay, let's read a few of these. All right. Oh, and another thing. Let's see here. There was another that plane that dropped out of the sky in Brazil. Supposedly there was some doctors who were going to speak against that sauce. Let's see here. UK police arrest man that post on Twitter or X containing anti-establishment rhetoric. So speaking against the system in certain parts of the earth. All right, and the beast system too, as you see here, you can be subject to jailed for having a particular talking point and putting it online. That will stem to YouTube. Okay. It says Trudeau warns new VRI worse than 2019. All right, set to disrupt banking, gasoline, and food supply. Yeah, They're the white, the pale horse. Let's see here. German police to be given rights to secretly enter and search homes. Again, draconian measures are coming. See? Draconian measures are right around the corner, man. Meaning severe methods of rule, harsh. Okay? And the Lord gonna have to be with us. Okay? Let's see here. 16-year-old Brit gets 18-month prison for chanting "Who the F is Allah." Wow. Well, damn. That's crazy. Let's see here. Let's get a few more. We'll close out. So we're here, man, as the scriptures say. Okay, at the end it shall speak. Okay, you read that. Doctors, all right, oft and plane crash vowed to release evidence linking this, all right, you have to look to that. Okay. Studies find smartphones cause anxiety and suicidal thoughts in teens. Yeah, I could definitely see that. This man's technology has really got humanity in a stronghold, man. We need freedom from this place. All right. It says naturalizing illegals. They go chip those illegals. Kamala Harris vows to decriminalize pedo behavior if she wins presidency. And that's what they're all about anyway. Right? If you're on that level, you rubbing elbows amongst them people. Okay, they let's see here. That's what they do. That's what they're into. Let's see here. Yeah, the man of sin. He promotes sin. All right, and he backs his sins by his science to justify wickedness, man. All right, hypersexuality is not cheating; it's a response to ADHD. Well, why do people have so much ADHD and mental issues? Could it be the foods, the chemicals? Elon, yeah, we went to that already. All right, that's it, man. You know, the point was made. I just wanted to go into a few happenings through the spirit. Yeah, people are losing, man. Let's see what we had here. Nigga, 18 months for saying "Who the F is Allah." Let's check this out. Because it's like, is he a street preacher? See what this is going into. This man got 18 months. Let's see what we got here. Okay, can definitely link this to the Israelites. Oh, yeah. Esau something else, man. You know. So people who stand on street corners and do stuff like this, you can be subject to going to jail. If you sing this in the UK, you will be arrested. All right? If you sing this in the UK, you could be arrested. It seems like a joke, but it's not. Yeah, well. Interesting, man. Interesting times we in. Let's just see what this is all about, Wukla. I had to see what this is all about. She has vowed to decriminalize pedo behavior if she wins the 24. Let's see what they mean. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz Harris' pick as a running mate supports changing the law so that pedo behavior is recognized as a legitimate sexual orientation. Yeah, but Jake is voting for Kamala Harris. Especially you black women, you know, y'all giving her all kind of money. Here it is, these people rubbing elbows with all kind of people who got money, but they need your money. Boy, our people are something else. They raised all kind of millions for Kamala. It says, let's see here. I mean, you can read it. You know, her vice president, this is what he's into. He's about little children being able to change their, biological makeup. Anyway, Lord willing, y'all are edified, man. All right, these prophecies are coming to pass. Shalom.